Hey guys, welcome to today's video. We are going to be doing something a little bit different today. We are going to be diving deep into the depths of Boxycharm. I have gotten a lot of comments recently on my videos, and if you are new here, about 2.5 years ago, I uploaded a video to my channel titled Why I Canceled Boxycharm. Now, I giggle a little bit because that video I got a lot of heat for, but I also got a lot of positive feedback from you guys. A lot of you said that you had experienced the same thing. If you haven't seen those videos and you want to check them out, there is 2 of them. There's a part 1 and a part 2. I will link those in the description box below or somewhere up here in the cards so that you can go ahead and kind of check out where I'm coming from. Now, what has sparked this video here is a lot of comments I have gotten from you guys, not only on that video over the years, but a lot of my recent unboxings that I have done on my channel. And it got me thinking, is Boxycharm playing all of us? Is this a little bit of a scam? What exactly is going on here? And that led me down a click hole. I ended up on Reddit. I was reading reviews of products people had received in Boxycharm on Sephora and Ulta's website. I even hit up the Better Business Bureau. You guys, it was crazy. I spent about 2 hours looking at all of this stuff, and that click hole is what I'm going to be sharing with you all today. I do want to put a little disclaimer out there. This video is not meant to drag Boxycharm. I just want to make that very clear. I do also want to say that I am not on any PR list. I am not affiliated with Boxycharm. I do pay for the boxes that I get each and every single month. They have sent me nothing. Just to kind of bring you up to speed on the history of Boxycharm, the owner of the company is a guy by the name of Joe Martin. Now, before he started Boxycharm, to my knowledge, he started a company called Merchandise Liquidators. I think that company is what really led him to Boxycharm. If you're not familiar with what a merchandise liquidator is, you can definitely check out the company's website, which I will link in the description box. But essentially, it is a merchandise liquidator. From clothing to hair products to makeup and cosmetics, they are pretty much a closeout company. They purchase overstock. Kind of similar to when you walk into a TJ Maxx, for example, and you see brands like Too Faced, ABH, Becca, and you go in there and you see that there's a palette or a highlighter, whatever, and it is marked down to 40, 50, 60, or sometimes even 70% off. Those items are typically going to be overstock, either from retailers that were unable to sell the product from the brand directly. That is how you are getting those items at such an affordable price. Now, if you can put 2 and 2 together, I'm thinking that's how you're able to get these products in Boxycharm for $25, $35, or $50 a month, depending on what box that you actually get from Boxycharm. So just gonna lay that out there for you. Do what you will with the information, but just to kind of help people understand why the box is such a quote-unquote good value. So the first thing I want to touch on is the customer service issues. Now, while my issues got resolved for the most part, and again, I do want to reiterate that I am not on a PR list. I pay for all of my boxes myself, but a lot of the feedback that hasn't changed since I made the Why I Canceled Boxycharm video is that a lot of people consistently complain about shipping. I feel like this is one thing that Boxycharm just can't get right. If you look at their comments on Instagram, it is just subscriber after subscriber, or charmer, if you will, complaining about the fact that either their box came damaged, it's missing altogether, it was claimed that it was delivered, that they signed up for the box 2 months ago and they still haven't received a box. And the other complaint, obviously, that goes along with that is that they're contacting customer service and nobody is responding. Now, that was the complaint that I had, and that was one of my biggest beefs with Boxycharm in the beginning, was that their customer service, I have to be real with you, at the time, was god awful. Now, speaking from my own personal issue, again, if you watched my recent unboxing for May, in my premium box, I got a set of Baddington brushes. Now, when I opened up my brushes, I was shocked to see, I was like, these brushes look the same. Are they like identical? Or like the 2 same exact brushes? They look exactly the same. Are they supposed to be different? 1 powder brush, 2 contour brush. I'm not seeing a difference. They're calling them brush number 1 and brush number 2. There is no way that these brushes are valued at $90. They're the same exact pair of brushes. What is going on here? And again, thanks to all of you in the comments, you let me know that basically I got a defective brush set. It was missing the actual contour brush. I ended up reaching out to Boxycharm customer service. They requested like 3 sets of photos for me, which I thought was overkill. I even shared with them my video and they still wanted me to send them a photo of my shipping label next to the brushes. I just thought, really? I'm unboxing it on camera. Anyways, they said they would go ahead and get another brush set sent out to me, and this communication only went on over the past few days. So for me, it was a thumbs up experience so far. I have not received my replacement brushes. I can really sympathize with those that are having continual issues with this because I have had them in the past and I have gotten nowhere. And that's part of the reason why I'm making this video as well, is to kind of bring attention to all of this and hopefully maybe just spread the word and help improve your guys' experience as well. Now, speaking more on customer service, I looked at the Better Business Bureau page. Now, their rating, I believe, sits around a B or a B minus. There's a little over 360 some odd complaints, and a lot of them range with billing issues, which is pretty typical. A lot of the times when people reach out to the Better Business Bureau, it's because they're not having much luck getting a response from the company. They're at their wits' end. They're paying for a product, they're not receiving it, or it's missing items, or it's damaged. And again, they're just not getting anywhere with customer service and multiple attempts to get in contact with a live person. So I thought that was interesting, and I thought their rating was a little interesting as well. Now, I am not new to Better Business Bureau complaints. I have had to utilize the Better Business Bureau before. It can be very helpful, but a lot of the companies that I've had to look up sit somewhere around an A or an A minus rating. So to see something around a B or a B minus, a little bit concerning for me as well. Just to touch on that. Now, the first topic, and this is the meat and potatoes as far as product goes. This past box, I saw a lot of people talking about receiving palettes that look swatched. Now, this was in the comments on their Instagram page. This was on Reddit. And again, I noticed this looking at Sephora's page as well under products that had been received in the box. Now, what is kind of alarming about this is that that falls into quality control. What's going on? Where's the quality control? I was actually kind of shocked at how many people said that they got a palette that looked like it had been swatched, had fingerprints on it, looked like it had been used. Other people had mentioned that they had seen the brand. I think it was a Studio Makeup. I think that's the brand of it. They had seen it at TJ Maxx before. They were questioning if it was actually pulled off the shelves, not really looked at and researched, and then just thrown into boxes. And another one they brought up was the Glam Glow mask, the Berry Glow. People were saying that they got a product that didn't have a seal in it, and that hit home a little bit. My mask didn't come with any seal on it as well. A couple girls commented on Reddit that their mask had a seal on it, and they were urging people to contact customer service. In my brain, I can't believe I didn't think, and even when I was doing my unboxing, to question the fact that it had no outer seal, it had no inner seal. It was just like an open product, and that was something that also left a bad taste in my mouth. Now, I have not contacted Boxycharm about this. I do plan on it. Maybe I should have, because I'd like to have an answer for you guys, but I will keep you updated on that. Now, another thing with the product is people have been talking about expired mascara in the premium box. So the Kevin Aquan, I think it's called the Extreme Mascara, which I did get. A lot of people were complaining that the product was expired. I tried to find a website that I could look up the expiry date for Kevin Aquan makeup, and I was unsuccessful, so I couldn't check my own, unfortunately. But again, a lot of you in the comments were saying, make sure you check the mascara. Mine was really dried out. I believe that it's expired, and I would love to hear from you guys on all of this. So as you're watching, please feel free to comment, because I would love to hear your guys' feedback. The other thing about the products that have been included in the box is people talking about ingredients. There is a conspiracy, I'll call it, kind of floating around the internet saying that Boxycharm is either private labeling products as brand names and throwing them in the box. That one, it seems a little bit of a stretch. I'm not so sure I believe that. But the other idea was that the companies that are actually giving Boxycharm the items to feature in the box, they are outsourcing to other labs that are in China, ways that they can actually produce a cheaper product, sell it to Boxycharm or whatever kind of deal they have, and then putting it in the box. And again, another way that you're able to actually receive these items. Now, a lot of people came to this conclusion because they were looking at either products that they already owned, and then they got it in a Boxycharm box, and then they looked at the ingredients and compared them side by side, and the ingredients were quite different. Now, the response to this would be that the company can change up their formula based on ingredients that are available, labs that are able to produce certain items, but I do think it's worth questioning, are we getting a cheaper form of a product from a name brand in the box to kind of drive sales and attention to that brand so that really no one is losing out on any money and we're getting a cheaper item. Another one that a lot of people talked about, I think this was the most popular item that I found in discussions, was the Pharmacy Honeymoon Glow. That was in a box, I don't know, I want to say probably close to a year ago, and it was pretty awesome. People were stoked that this product that was also brand new and launching at the time was actually in Boxycharm's box, but people were looking at the ingredients and said that they were completely worlds apart, and that was just kind of interesting as well, considering that the product was a newer item, and it would be kind of weird to have everybody kind of getting a product that had the same ingredients, but the only difference was the one that was sold through Sephora. Definitely something to think about, and I would love at some point to hear from Boxycharm on all of these claims. When you look at their Instagram page and people complain again about the lack of seal, or the items being swatched and touched and not fresh and opened and all that bad stuff, they just tell people to message customer service. So you wonder how many people is this affecting, because if there's so many people who are voicing it in forums and on Reddit and Sephora, I'm curious to know the percentage, how many people are actually receiving these products that looked used and tampered with. And at that point, for me, it can't even be worth the $25. Now let's kind of leave that topic aside for a moment here and talk about the variations. This is something that got me thinking. I think I've heard from some of you that there is over 100 variations for the boxes. Now, if memory serves me correct, way back when I first joined Boxycharm, there was only a handful, maybe like 5 or 6, maybe up to 9 or 10 variations as time went on, but it's getting exponentially larger. My theory on this is that there are so many Boxycharm unboxings on YouTube. For Boxy, it's kind of a cash cow. It is free advertisement. Now, the thought behind this and where I'm going is that the more variations they have, the more attention to videos that are being uploaded to YouTube, boxes that are being shared on Instagram, Reddit, or all of these threads where people are sharing their items, and it's going to get people watching. Now, when there's only a handful of variations, if you see one box opened, you've really seen them all. With having all of these variations, it drives more interest. It's getting people more compelled. It gets people watching. And again, it's driving that interest and that curiosity to the influencers and the videos and all the stuff being shared. And it's going to get people pretty much wanting to subscribe. That is my thoughts on that. I would love to hear your theory in the comments down below. And it also could be another possibility, and it could be both of these things, is that the premium and luxe boxes are actually taking away from the base box. And that's going to segue us right into this topic as well. A lot of you have expressed that because Boxycharm has these other options, it's really starting to take away value. And this also got me thinking. I do find it a little bit odd that there's a box that's only a $10 difference. In my opinion, I would say get rid of the premium box and put those products that are in the $25 box. In my last unboxing, I didn't see in any way, shape, or form that premium was worth it. Now, that was my first premium that I have gotten, a first impression, and I am going to keep it up for a while just to kind of see what I continue to get. But I do have to agree with that. I think that it is possible that with the product, they're spreading themselves a little bit thin. They don't exactly have the customization that like Ipsy has, for example, where everybody receives things that are so different. They're not promising things in boxes. They're not saying, oh, every Ipsy subscriber, or maybe they are, I don't know. But in my experience anyways, I haven't noticed a lot of that being tossed around and thrown out there. And I think that's kind of where Ipsy kind of excels over Boxycharm. Now, I want to reiterate again, I'm not an affiliate with Ipsy. They don't send me a box. I pay for those myself as well. That would just be my opinion on the situation. I really think that, in my opinion, I would scrap the premium box and just stick with the base and the luxe box. I just think that it's really taking away from the base box, and people are really going to start getting upset. I do have to say that Boxycharm has been very successful in my opinion. Overall, they're one of the most successful beauty subscription boxes. I have gotten some amazing products in my boxes, but I don't know, I just feel like recently, and again, I keep reiterating, seeing your guys' comments, it just feel like things are going downhill a bit. They're definitely not improving. I do want to also talk about the Fenty themed premium box. So many of you said that it was garbage. I have a close friend of mine that also said it wasn't that great, that it was just a box full of unwearable lipstick shades, blushes, highlighters that weren't really wearable. And I think that goes back to the overstock issue. And I really do want to stress that the reason you are able to get a box full of product that is so-called valued at $150, $120, or whatever the case may be, dollar value, is because the items that you're getting in the box are typically going to be overstock items. Boxycharm and the warehouse they get their items from is that they are able to get all of these products at an extremely low rate, put them in a box, because you guys, they have to make money. You have to realize that they have to be making a profit somewhere, and that is exactly how they're doing it. My biggest word of advice to all of you, I would say, if you are consistently disappointed with the box, and if you're only subscribing because of the choice option, or you were like, oh, I really wanted to get this item, go and buy that product that you want. And if it's not in your budget, get rid of the box. I'm gonna actually tell you that because it only makes sense. There is no way to guarantee, unfortunately, that you're gonna love every item, and the way that things are going right now with the repeat items and all the complaints of items not being sealed or being swatched or being used, I feel like a lot of us are being set up to be disappointed at this point. I'm gonna keep the boxes for a while because, again, I am doing the review for you guys. I'm sacrificing the dollars so that I can share it with you, share my experiences, and better educate those who are new or thinking about signing up with Boxycharm, to kind of give them a heads up on what to expect. That's really the point of this video, is so that people can really make educated decisions on products, subscription boxes, etc. You guys get the drift. Now, I do want to touch on one more thing, and that is the fact that influencers, I feel, end up getting the advertised variations in their boxes. Recently, I watched Kathleen Light's and Manny MUA's unboxings, and they both got mostly products that were advertised and those that were being pushed on Boxycharm's website at the time, you know, the possible variations that you could get, what they were sharing all over Instagram influencers that were doing tutorials with what they got in the box. It seems like those people are always getting the best of the best. Now, a lot of you would say, well, duh, that's how they're advertising, but I think that touches, oh, dare I say it, a little bit, treading on a little bit of false advertising, because those videos are the ones getting hundreds of thousands of views. And a lot of people are going to make their mind up joining based on those videos, and people are going to consistently start to see that they're really not getting anything from those advertised variations, maybe a product, maybe two, but they're gonna get products that are from past boxes, now more so than ever, just like my box. Now, leave me a comment down below. I would like to know, those that maybe haven't commented before, or again, if you're new to my channel, I would love to hear your feedback. What do you think about all of this? Do you think we're getting played? Do you think they're pulling a fast one on us? How do you feel about the quality of your boxes? Were you a previous subscriber? Are you overall happy and have a positive outlook of Boxycharm? No matter what, I want to hear it down below. Let's keep the comments respectful. I do want to say that. And I really do want to stress and reiterate that I am not totally taking a crap on Boxycharm. These are just things that I feel like need to be addressed and need to talk about, because I like getting a beauty box and I want it to be the best that it can be. Obviously, it can't be perfect, but I definitely think there is a lot of room for improvement to be made. Give this video a huge thumbs up if you liked it, share it, and of course, please be sure to subscribe to my channel before you go. Thank you guys so much for all of your love and support, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye, guys.